What's going on, everybody? How are you tonight? I hope you're doing well. We're actually getting super quick, fast startup here because I just heard a spice explosion somewhere, and it was pretty close. See if we can find it. That it? Shouldn't be it. Yeah, it was just the worm. Oh man. Oh no. Looks like we're not gonna find it. We'll get some height. Well, we got an audio check. It sounds good. So, couple things that I want to point out. Number one, I don't know if you noticed, but we added our Monday to our startup screen there, so it shows. If you noticed it, awesome on you. If you didn't, that's fine. You know, it's why I do this, is so for all my efforts can be unwitnessed and such. So that's all right. It makes me sad, but that's okay. Let's get this thing out of here because I hear myself talking. But so yeah, I don't know where that spice is, but I can see that one. So straight ahead of us here, we got some bubbling going on in the ground. So not quite ready yet, but will be soon. Tell you what we're going to do. We're going to head on over here to the Vermilion Gap, or Vermilius Gap. And let's see here. I'm going to make use of this guy and his wonderful base building. Hello, good sir. I don't know you. I don't think you're here right now. We're going to stop right about there. That should be good, right? And while we're waiting, notice them wings are a little shot. One thing also I want to point out, I noticed that often in the process of streaming, my microphone was picking up impacts, like when I would, if I hit the desk, or if one of the cats jumped up here and did that, you could hear the. I think it's a little shaky. I think we're about to go time here. I got one more wing that I'm not sure I'm going to be able to reach. Come on. Oh, look at that welding tool. Perfect. So anyway, but yes. So we moved its position and put some nice little bumpers on there so that it's not that. So I should be able to do this and you don't hear it. Let me go ahead and put this back in. Yep, it'll catch up in a second. Come on, baby. Here it comes. It's little like perfect. Look at that. So now you don't hear it anymore. I know watching my own footage over, I would see that or hear that and that boom, boom, boom sound. I was like, good Lord, dude, fix that. And sometimes we do have problems fixing things right away or as efficiently as we should. I think if I still touch it, it's going to make some terrible sounds, but there we go. That is good enough for now. So we're going to wait for this spice field to blow. We'll grab some. And then we're getting ready to get some heat stroke. So let's get back in behind. Then we got a bunch of tasks to do. Our first task is we got to get out to the deep desert in order to take our base down. We have been cycling and settling stuff. Once it goes from a whole bunch down to just a few, it's getting ready to erupt. Skadoosh. Pretty cool. Alright, so that just let everybody know. Let's get down there. It's a good way to start off the night. No complaints on that. Alright. Oh, am I on drum sand? Oh, I am. Okay, so harvesting on drum sand. Scary. Every step you take is even more of a problem. And every one of these things too. See? All right, so we only got a couple. Come on. Would love for that to cycle. Thank you. Yes, so harvesting on drum sand is no fun. We're going to do it, though. I mean, the spice must flow. Yeah, that field is super big, so... What we'll try to do is get as many piles that are in a short distance away from us. When we get back up, we'll land either over here or over here and see what we can do. I can't quite get these without some kind of movement. Looks like I might be on the edge of the drum sand here. But I don't want to... Dude, I wasn't even moving, bro. Come on, man. Alright, yeah, so we'll land like right around in there. We're not going to be able to get this whole section. Then we'll come here and there. It's going to take us a little bit extra time, but you know what? That's why we play the game, is to have fun and do things that don't quite make sense. No fear, right? No fear. I'd like to get out. Alright, let's see if we can fire these things off to where we're relatively close. I think we got at least these two that don't require movement. This one will. I don't know if that's going to be enough to set them off. Once you make a pile, you got 30 seconds to pick it up. Otherwise, it disappears. So we're not going to push this all that much. Yeah, we're just going to kind of sit and wait. Let him come up. Yeah, we'll land on this side. We're probably going to have to do at least 2 more landings. But you know what? We're going to... I'd say 3 landings, but we're going to get it all. We are going to get every bit of this. Oh, that's a good spot. Oh, no, I ruined it. Some damn horrible sounds. Holy crap. I think we'll grab this one, and then he'll probably be coming up. I think he'll breach. Yep, there he is. Alright, so we'll go after this grouping, and then we'll probably land like right around in maybe here, and then we'll probably have to land there as well. And we'll work that one into one of the gets. Where'd you go, buddy? Says you're over there. That'll do good. Put one here. I think we're going to have to put one out there too. That should have done all this. Careful, birds. There's a bunch of dumbness going on around here. Oh, I can hear him getting a little ornery. Pretty sure that's too far. Yep. Alright, I'm gonna run over there, grab it, and run back. One more time and we're done here. Oh, look at that. We got that extra one on that side. I guess we'll have to leave it. No, we won't. If you don't stand up for your beliefs, what good are you? Yep, that tiny little bit. We came back for that tiny little bit. Let's go ahead and set them off. I thought I maybe got away. On a side note, being cocky like this is how you get yourself killed. Do not do what I'm doing. We're gonna take this experience, and this is me showing you what not to do. Okay. Don't be like me. There was so little there, it was just a visual glitch. It was in the 90s today where I live, which is horrible. Absolutely horrible. It's unbearable. Do you think the solder car come out this far? Oh, let's see if they do. Because I bet we can get the worm to eat them. There we go. Got a little bit. That would be the whole field. You get a reprieve today, little mousy boy. No, it doesn't look like they're going to be this far out. That would be great, though. To lure those idiots. All right, well, screw you, buddy. We got what we wanted. All right, so first thing up is we're going to put the spice we just got. We're going to put that back. We're going to put that in the base. And then we need to head out to the deep desert. Not for the purpose of actually doing anything besides running the refinery a little bit. Just because we have a few finishing materials to take care of. But for the most part, we're doing that because it is Monday. Now, when I logged in, it said a little message here, and it said that there's a Coriolis Storm coming in 1 hour. And I'm like, wait, no. We're supposed to have quite a bit of time before that occurs. Unless it's just letting me know that the storm is going to come, but not the, like, you know, the beginning effects. It should be at like 6 a.m. when that thing's rocking, at least my time, when that thing is rocking and rolling. So we'll have to see. But anywho, so let's go ahead and head out here to the deep desert. I am not going to bring any water. That's probably a mistake. And we're already on our way, right? I did have the wind trap, and it ran almost 24 hours now. So that should have filled quite a bit up. And anything else we'll just bring back with us. But yeah, I did start taking some of the machinery apart. Took the desk still apart, and a couple of the generators I took down. Don't really care about those because that's just some salvage metal that you can find almost anywhere. But hey, crash ship. We will stop for spice, not for crash ships, not flower sand. But yes, anyway, I like to keep that base running up until Monday. That's when I tear it down. I see it right in front of us. Shola's a good. That's how it's pronounced, by the way. Shola's a good area for this. I get a lot of spice fields out here. Don't know if this is going to be a real one. Like it may be fake. It's real. So we got 2 spice fields to start the stream off. It's pretty good. Later on, I'll show you why that's important, because we do need spice. And we'll put one right there. Up, it's getting windy. Getting ballsy here, folks. I'm way far away from my Thopter. Tend to get a little cocky here in the Hagga Basin, since people can't steal it from you and can't be killed, and the worms aren't hard to pattern. And oh, hi. That's cool. Wonder if that cost me. Nah, I should be able to get out of here. There's 100% a possibility that I will get killed by eyeballing something and looking at it. I can appreciate how pretty things can be. Okay, so for this pattern, the rest of this, we're actually going to aim easy. We're going to let her slide. She's going on her tiptoes there. We're going to start working our way up, picking up, and then that gives us a good fast route in and shoo him away. Be cool if he breaches up there, but we shall see. Hopefully I don't get stuck on my own wings. That would be horrible. I love going out into the deep desert, because when you see people harvest and spice out there, man, they are just dum 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 dum. It's like a Metallica concert or something. It's like, guys, what are you doing? Show some patience. Show some finesse. I don't have soft step boots. I don't have the super quiet Thopter, or the compactor. Looks like maybe a little bit over here, too far away. Nope, visual. Again, sitting here staring at stuff. You're gonna try to eat me. So this does create a tad bit of a problem. Because, let's go look at this. This is 88 volume. This almost fills me up. I need to, I might need that space clearing the base out. So we're going to go back and drop that spice off as well. And then, of course, now I have a reason to get water. Like I said, there should be enough out there, but if there's not, that would suck, because then I'd have to go back and forth or whatever. My goal is to have, I don't have that much strabidium left, and I've got quite a bit of titanium ore, so I don't have a good handle in my head on exactly how much we're talking about here. So what a problem to have, though. God, I Just trying to go to the deep desert to get my stuff and keep putting spice fields in front of me. Sometimes problems can be good problems to have. Maybe I'm a simple creature, but I'm super excited about this new mic setup. Now, I've got this thing basically at full extension as far as its armatures go, so I don't know if that's going to work. But just the fact that we don't have the banging sound. Personally, a video with bad audio bothers me, so I don't want to have that for a good while. You know, I had the best audio I could, but yeah, and that banging sound. Wow, we barely got away from that, folks. I came out the direction we were going. Holy cow. They got to fix that, by the way. That is unacceptable. That is not the first time that that has occurred, too. Where did I put the spice sand I got a second ago? Thought I put it in these boxes. Did I not? Are you in here? I'm just not seeing it. Put it in a different box. I think I put it over here. Yay, there it is. It's okay. It's a sandstorm. We have plenty of time to be dumb. Pretty close. 585, 584, so we're getting the most. But yes, our deep desert excursions here, we will, of course, take advantage of any kind of opportunities. If we see something that shows up on our route to and from the base, of course, we'll grab it. It's just lasting so long, man. But I'm not going to go hunting big fields, things like that. Although, it should be said that this is a good time to do it. A lot of your bigger groups are already cutting it. They'll be like, yeah, let's go get our stuff. They got a lot of important things in there, you know, big storage, big refineries and things. So they make sure they don't want to lose it. So they'll go out, you know, Sunday night, Monday morning, Monday afternoon, right now, and they'll clear out their base. And, you know, that means that a lot of your large groups aren't out anymore. And this is a great time for a young, small, enterprising little individual to fly under the radar and get in and out with some decent spice hauls. The issue is it's heavy. So it's not really a good idea to try to go out to the deep desert, get it, and then bring it back. I did that once just to test it and see how it was, and you're definitely going to be getting more spice in the deep desert than you could bring back. It's a lot of traversing time. If you got nothing else going on, go out and build a real quick, real small base. I didn't get water. I'm not going back. But yeah, you go out there and build a small base. Just get the essentials, some power, some water, and the machine you need. And you know, what's the worst that could happen? So the base that I made this week worked out pretty well. It my whole point was just to get stravidium and titanium and do ore. So it was an ore refining base. I didn't even have a spice refinery out there. And I thought to myself in my head that, you know, just don't go after the spice, dude. Just keep going and getting the plastanium stuff because that's what I need now. I've kind of got to that level. That's what my gear needs and things. So uh, that worked out really well. Came out with like 400, 500. plastanium ingots. But then, of course, spice shows up. You got to take advantage of it. Okay, so these guys are all still here, so good on you. We'll see if they actually have stuff inside their bases. I mean, the power's still on. Can I steal your stuff? No, got no access. Whoa, we were not pointing the direction we thought we were. It's getting warm in here. A lot of people will just clear out the important stuff and they will leave the structure. And in most cases, you won't be able to take anything. So there's really no point in doing anything with people's bases except maybe take a tour around, see what they did, how they lined it up, how they arranged it. Maybe get some production ideas for the future. As you can see, the chat is not up, so that's, like I said, expected. Most of the time, people aren't they aren't still out here. Ooh, we're down to one cell. It's actually okay. I've got some in my base that we're going to empty out right now. If you'll remember, I had a death still, 3 water tanks, a chemical refinery and an ore refinery, and then 2 medium boxes, bunch of generators, and I got a wind trap on the roof. The only thing that's left are the water, 1 box, and the 2 refineries, plus the wind trap is still up there and running. I am content to just come out here, finish off, get as many ingots as I can out of what's sitting here, and then we can call that a day. It's really going to depend on what supplies we have and how much water we end up having left over. Titanium is very heavy. Strontium's not that light either. You can solve the strontium problem because you do break it down into the fibers, which don't weigh much at all. But you got to bring the titanium back. It's a lot of trips. So off to the left there, I had some neighbors. Let's see if they've still here, or if they decided to cut out already. I don't remember anybody being over to the right. Just me and my little base. Oh, there's somebody. Oh no, they cleared out before, but they're not coming back for their structure. So, all right. So let's see where we're at. Like I said, that's still gone. One of the boxes is gone. How much water does I has? Completely full, 75,000. Might be a bit of a problem. Okay, let's see. I made these before I left, and I can't make any more because I don't have strontium. So we'll put this in the box with the 54 that I have there. And let's see what we can make. 38. That cut our water down horrendously. We were at like 75 and we're down to 28,000. Wow. Wow. I'll tell you what, we'll go get a drink real quick. And a notification of something. Let me turn that down. There we go. What are we doing here? I guess we could go get some more. Let's take a look, see if we can do the math here, right? So I can do 39. So 39 times 6. So if we go out there and get, what's it, 4, 5, 18, 20, about 2 to 300, about 200 titanium, we'll get this closer. Might as well, we'll do a short trip. Hopefully we have enough water for that. And we'll just see what we can see here. I mean, of course, it's what's going to happen. You know, we're going to come out here. I mean, we all knew there was no way in hell I was just going to come out here, grab my stuff, and go back home. No. I'm out here. I got to look around. So this week, the very, very back section, I 1, 3, and 8, I believe, were the large fields. Would love to go take a look at those, see what we could see. I don't think there's going to be much titanium on this island, if I'm not mistaken. So we're going to push, I think there's maybe 1 or 2. Let's take a look around. It's also a good day to do some of this refinery, this ore mining, because people aren't around to take it, you know? There's strontium, which we don't want. There's more strontium, which we don't want. There's some. So we should get 60, 65, 64, something like that from this. Oh, I don't even have the thing equipped. Look at how nonchalant we are here on the ending day of the deep desert. All the fear is gone. We're cocky, pushing the wrong buttons. Getting a bad cutting signal, but we're going to have to deal with it. I think that's going to be the only one on this island, honestly. So if we could hit 2 more, that should do us. I stand corrected. There is some titanium here. Only got 62 on that one. This is a good place for it right down here. This will be our 3rd and final. Not sure if we have the water for this, but that sounds like a later problem. And the ship's just going to push me down. That's fine. At least it slid out of the way, right? Alright, so technically I said, 190's not that far off. It should get us a little extra. But we're going to go check them big fields now. There was one that was a little bit off to the side here. This weekend was, again, terrible for spice mining, man. The big fields just didn't pop, and I went hours. I was out here yesterday, just flying around doing my thing, and I went hours without seeing a single bloom on the horizon. I was like, dude, what is going on? All right, so there's a big field over here. Is that going to be the I-8? Are we far enough? F7? I might be in an I-8. I don't know. See when we get there. Thought there was spice over there to the right. It looks like it was just a shadow. Looks like a dead field. Yeah, this will be, pretty sure this will be I-8. I think we're just sliding to the right enough of that north to kick it into gear. It does look dead. And that would be correct. So this major field is dead. We're going to head somewhat northwest, wait till we get into that I series, and then we'll just head directly west from here. We'll check out 3 and 1 just to see what they're doing. Then we'll head back. By then, our previous little refinery run should be done. Oh, I wasn't paying attention, sorry. Our previous little... Why is there a worm angry? Nothing out here. Don't make no sense. That was a dead field off to this direction, too. Are we in I yet? Come on, man. We are. Okay. All right. Let's head due west. Is that a plume on the horizon? Guess we'll see when we get up there, right? So, like I said, 3 and 1 in this I, and 8 all had large fields. So we should cross 2. Just crossed into 5. So it's kind of a mix between people are like, all right, we'll do the weekend out in the deep desert as a guild. Big friend runs. And, that's why somebody will come out and shut their base down either last night or today. And just coming out here on a Monday, just not worth it to them. They're like, yep, the game is over. Let's head to the parking lot. But you also get some people that I think would be like, dude, we didn't do very well this weekend. This is our last chance. There may not be too many people out there. Let's see what we can do. So I guess the only thing I could say is yes, there could be people out here. Finding spice would definitely interrupt our plans, though. This field is dead. So windy. So windy. All right, tad bit low now, aren't we? I too. Just one more zone. Ah! Ah! That's what happens when you come out here. I guess that was a bloom that we saw. What's going on, buddy? What is going on? I'm screwing things up. Is what I'm doing. Is it real? It is real. Okay. Well, looks like we're harvesting spice, even though we're not supposed to be. Guess it's Jumang. Am I saying it right? I hope I am. We are a little lackadaisical being the last day out here, but we're not stupid. We're keeping our eyes and ears out here. You're listening for wings in the distance. Always worth a detour. Yeah, it's gonna mean a second trip if I get too much of it, though. I guess that's not, it's not a bad problem because, a second trip means I can come out and get more spice. So, absolutely. Jumanji. Ah, okay. Gotcha, bud. Sorry. Well, at least we know now. Personally, I'm too far away. But we're a little laxed right now. And we're making our way downtown, walking fast, bases fast. So at least we're heading in the right direction now. Am I going to get this whole field without the maker getting involved? Yeah, we'll. Nope, that was just a visual. That'll work, right? Okay. Yeah, we got the whole field. 200 hours as a solo. Hell yeah, buddy. It can be a tough life. Let's see what we can see. So I don't know. Yeah, your screen's a little darker than mine. Would appear as though this I-1 field is active. $586. We did well. There's either people already there clearing it, or they've been and gone. We'll see. But yep, this will be the first time that I have landed on a large field this week. Like I said, I originally didn't want to come out there until I came out just to get plastonium. And when my guild was planning on making a run out here, I did help do some scouting. Shut my wings off so they don't hear me if there is anybody here. Ah, there is somebody. Hi, guys. All right, so one dude. We snuck up on him. Probably scared me as much as it scared you, dude. So it's all good. Well, he's relatively close. You stay down there. You don't need to be coming up like that. All right, let's see. We got another ship here. He is coming there. So I'll tell you what, we're going to land right there. Kind of proactively give him a place to go if he wants to land. Because we're all friends here today. My own ship just scared the crap out of me. Bigger guilds. Yep. I gotta be honest, man. This is the only reason I'm here right now is because it's, you know, a dead night. I stay away as a solo player. I'll stay away from these large fields. They're not for us solos. This is where the big people go with all their fancy crawlers and carryalls and ridiculous stuff. And I understand where they're coming from. You know, if you spend all this time and effort to make this equipment and this machinery, you want to use it. And it's not worth it to take a crawler out to like a small field, or a medium, maybe a little more, but to be completely honest, you just do one or two swipes with the crawler on the medium. But and I'm content to let them have it. They can fight it out. I'll just sit here and I'll scan the desert for little patches here and there. Love doing mediums. I don't think this one likes me. Why is it still redlining? Thank you. Good Lord, I had to get way up in the air. I actually found a medium field that was out in the middle of nowhere, and I made 4 trips loading up my scout in that field. It wasn't that far. It's only about 4K from my base too, so we were able to do some real quick trips. But yeah, I made 4 before somebody ever showed up. That was enough for me to put another batch into my guild's large refinery. That was kind of out of nowhere. We should be able to pick these 2 up. I don't want to pick it up by hand. Oh, that's a funny story. I did save it as well. Not what I wanted to do, but it'll work. When I was doing that medium field, my compactor broke like this one's about to. And I was only like 20 away from being full. I picked that stuff up by hand, man. Standing out there in the desert, sifting through this stuff by hand. That'll be a screenshot later, folks. Well, so far, it's just the 3 of us. So we're still doing good here. I guess we will fill the thing up. Okay, it is getting too crowded here for my liking. So, I'm actually going to grab these 2 piles and we're gone. No one's threatening here, which is nice, but a little too busy for my liking. Especially if they come in making that many piles. I didn't even see that breach. Oh, we're so far from home. Like Spider-Man. We didn't have a bunch of spice, I'd be checking out that ship. Although I prefer to check out the ones that I see coming down just because I don't know the timer. A little scary. How we doing here? I mean, I like 2,500. 2,500 spice just for checking stuff out. I'll take it. Call it a win. Oh, it's getting warm. There is a cat somewhere. I don't know where, though. But there is a cat. And yeah, that tier 6 gear is tough by yourself. And you know what? I was thinking about it. It's not just tough, because I made this, this is a T6. The Mark 6 Ornithopter, which is great. But as we all know, Ornithopter wings are very frail. And you need plastanium, plastanium to fix them, as well as spice. So I'm like, okay, I made this so that I could come out here. And now I got to keep coming out here in order to maintain this thing. That's how they get you, you know? That's how they get you. This base, I am not going to take a picture of. That makes it easier to reconstruct it once you get back out here. The reason I'm not going to do that is, like I said, I came out here just for ore refining. So she wasn't, it's like a little church on an outcropping. It's a very small, very efficient base. I think this coming week we are going to go a bit bigger and a little more multi-processed. If I can build closer to where my guild is, that would also be better just for me to be able to go back and forth. This time it was about 5K away from the guild base, so I was crossing a lot of distance. Um, we had a large refinery in there, so I could had to make them 10,000 at a batch, and I'm only able to transport like 25 to 2,500 to 3,000. So I would have to make like 3 trips just to get a full load to put into the machine to make the spice. Yes, the repair tool will fix it, Alberto, but they do eventually start breaking down. These ones here were relatively new. I made a new set and put them on, but it just seems like your PSU, your engine, and your wings are breaking down so quick and so easy. And especially if you end up not building a base out here and you're doing a lot of back and forth transit, then you're putting a lot of wear and tear on them. I repaired these and then picked up a spice in Hagga on a patch of drum sand. Was heading to the deep desert and came across another patch of spice, picked it up. Then we went back to the base, dropped all those off. Then we came out here and I just did a big loop. And as you can see, I'm already starting to tint on these. So, and I also I try to play it a little safer. These wings would be great in Hagga Basin where no one's trying to hurt me, but out here, if I did get engaged by somebody and they start throwing rockets, those wings they're fragile, and if they go down, so do you. So I wouldn't think of putting myself in a position where a fight is a potential unless I had a good solid pair of wings on there. So that's why I ended up making a new set and switching them out. But yeah, it's gonna make me keep coming out here over and over and over again. So what I did was I took my old wings, they're just under half, and I stuck them in a box. So I may go back since I'm not going to be doing a lot of deep desert stuff over the next day or two. And I'll rip them off, put the old half wings back on. We'll use them in Hagga because, it'll be fine. Man, I did not realize that spice field was so far away. I did do well. I did well this week. Let's see. We did 4 batches of spice in our large refinery. So, that's 200 a pop. So we got almost 800. And I think I got around like 6 to 800 in titanium or plastanium. So for much less time than I was out here the first time, being a little smarter about things and knowing where to go. I got my second screen up here. So what I was able to do was I was able to bring up that, I think it was from Method, the deep desert map. Spice down there. All right, I don't even know if we can do this. Can we? We gonna. So this field here got that nice dark brown tint, which means it's been here for a while. I guess they despawn. I don't know. But, yeah, that's a good sign. Means nobody knows it's here. I'm hoping that I don't break my compactor. Pick it up by hand, because why not, right? Not sure how far we'll get. And I think if you're a solo player and you're not quite used to, the PvP aspect and you don't really want to do that, maybe your gear's not the best, then, a Monday. Might be a good option. I expected, getting attacked, getting jumped. Let's use some water before we die. I've only actually been shot at twice in the in the course of 2 weeks. Pretty sure one was a warning where dude was just like, shoe. Are we full? We're full. Not dropping the titanium. Goodbye, remnants of Old Spicefield. You're actually not that far from me. That one pile I made is going to disappear. Yeah, 3,500 out from the base. You might make it. Taking assault, that 4K spice storage would be so nice, but I don't know about the risk. Okay, so I'm actually making a video about my experiences out here, and it's my fault for not having it out already, so I'll go ahead and give you a little bit of a preview. I did bring my assault out here. I equipped it for storage, and I'm super excited about coming out here and getting huge amounts of spice. And I only took it out that one time. Number one, you're incredibly slow. Incredibly slow. And if you're putting storage boxes on it, you're not putting rockets. Maybe you could take them with you, but let's say you get into a fight, you fly off. Are you going to be able to? You're going to be able to put them on? Are you going to drop your everything that you picked up in your base or somewhere and then go back out looking for that fight again? No. So you don't have any offensive capabilities. You're incredibly slow, and you're not that much stronger than you're in the scout. I think I try to be a decent person, but the guy that engaged me earlier, I got mouthy. I got a little mouthy. I told him, I was like, dude, you can't aim. He couldn't hit me. He did hit me. I mean, he tinted my wings a little bit, and he got one good shot off that did a chunk of damage to my tail. But I was flying circles around him. And I think your speed, your maneuverability far outweighs any of the extra storage space that you're going to get for bringing an assault out here. If I had friends with me, I would bring an assault. So if it was a group to where, and maybe we're going to share that amount, because, you look at this, let's see here, let's do this. Oh, put that away so you're not running around like a moron. I missed the stairs. All right, so let's drop the titanium in here, but we'll leave everything else. Put that there. See how much of this we can make. 24. Water was the issue. 7. So we can do 7 more. Might let that roll for a bit. Okay, so spice-wise, getting ahead of myself. So 25, and we got about 500 here. We've got another 50 volume. Let's see, cancel that. That's 74. So another, let's just be generous, 300. So you could get 2,500 and 700 to 800 in here. And you're fast, you're maneuverable, and you can get yourself out of problems if it does become a problem. Whereas that extra 4K that you're going to get with the assault one, if somebody gets mad and decides that you have to go, are you going to be able to survive? And in my case, I was like, absolutely not. I will not be bringing my assault, and I haven't done it. I used my assault to transport some of my early base supplies, turned right around and left. It's so much slower, so much less maneuverable, and you're you're unarmed anyway. So you do whatever you want. That's a key thing. Whatever you feel comfortable with doing, go for it. If I was out with my guild, maybe I'd do an assault with storage. But no, if you're going to be running solo, you're going to be by yourself. No, I would say 100% you're going to want to get a good scout. I would come out with a Mark 5 or a Mark 6 if you can make them. I did my first week in a Mark 5 and it was okay. The Mark 6 is a little faster, a little more maneuverable, and a little tougher. So it just basically a little bit better in every aspect. But as far as bringing an assault out, I won't do it. And as you can tell, also, that was the plan the whole time because this base has a very small little hangar designed for this guy. Just the fact that I can duck, dodge, dip, and dive and dodge the 5Ds made it way, way more comfortable, at least in my own, especially as a solo. I don't know, Alberto, if you're a solo player or not, but I don't get much use out of my assault. I had to collect a bunch of flour sand because I needed a bunch of silicone blocks, and I took it out to do that. But that was in Hagga. Doing it here. I personally also I like to be able to outmaneuver. Coming out here in a scout, I know you can get rockets on a scout, but I pretty much commit to I'm trying to fly under the radar, sneak in, grab the materials I need, sneak back out, make as many trips as I can and as many as I want to, and then not stir up any trouble. So there you have it. One of the bigger points to that, though, is, and especially in Hagga, I gotta move this, I'm hitting it. Sorry, especially in Hagga Basin, is how you fly. We don't need this anymore, so we're going to destroy it. We're going to get all the stuff out of it. We got 18 spice melange. Pretty cool. Fly in Hagga Basin like you're being chased. And that will help you out a whole lot out here when you get out here and do this. What are you guys empty? That one's empty. Go ahead and break this one too. But yeah, fly like you're being chased, so that when you are actually being chased, you're ready to go. These little things can do a lot. Like they can do some amazing stuff. What do I got left in here? Got nothing left in here. I'm going to leave that because I think I'll be able to make a couple more of these that might get those totals down a little more. Probably can't take all of you. I didn't think so. All right, so all we've got is that refinery, what's in that box, which is almost nothing. 2 water tanks. Don't care about those. We definitely got to get that. I don't want to leave that laying here. That's materials I prefer to keep. So yeah, we got to do a run back. But we're coming back with like 3 grand in spice that I didn't expect. Oh, thank you, Albert. Hell yeah. So the guy that attacked me and didn't do very much damage, he actually attacked somebody else. Somebody else was ragging on him. But in my comment, I told him, I was like, your aim is shoddy. Get better. And then the other guy was saying, like, yeah, he was missing me a whole lot too. And I said, there's just a Hagga flyer that is coming out to the deep desert for the first time. And what I mean by a Hagga flyer is what I'm doing right now. You go up and you get yourself up to cruising altitude. The little warning comes on that your fuel's going to start going. You cut the engines, go into Vulture, you do a nice little curve, and now we've completely leveled out. I'm going to try to maintain that 180 kilometers per hour, losing a little bit of altitude. I don't even have my hands on it, So we're just sitting here cruising on along, and this is what I do in Hagga. I do it. But You could probably outrun somebody, but if they're good and they know what they're doing, and God forbid there's more than one, you could get yourself outmaneuvered pretty quickly. So in moments like this where there's no one around, challenge yourself. Drive it like you stole it. It's really not much you can do here, but you can experiment. Like, for instance, these things turn questionably, but when you're in vulture mode, you can actually do full barrels with very little change on your altitude and your speed. Now, that's not going to save you from getting hit, but what it will save you from is getting chased so much. And you can do almost full 180s. Now we're dropping. We'll pick up our speed again. We curve. An assault chasing me, he's just now turning around, and I've already got a lot of that distance with him. In the event that he starts to get a little too close, then cut your motor on, because now I've dropped down to 50, 60 kilometers. I can turn on a 180, and he's going to have to turn and get much faster. Do short bursts like that so that you start getting, yeah, I'm not doing 180, but I am doing 115. And altitude is your friend. It's very difficult to shoot up. They actually will have to drop in and use thrusters, because if they use their flight controls, they can't get their nose up high enough to put rockets on you. So they have to angle in, use their thrusters, and once that happens, your fuel's dropping fast. They won't be able to survive long, and they'll overheat if they do shoot. So altitude will be your friend. But if you don't start flying this thing a little aggressively, and when I do my runs out in the early part of the week when I'm doing resources, I'll see how fast can I hit the ground, jump out, grab my stuff, get back in, be up in the air. The faster I do that, because you are weakest when you're on the ground. If you're not flying, then it's questionable as to whether or not you're going to survive what you're looking for. So I do that, and this is all just in the off chance that I do get engaged by somebody. I'm going to hit that. Yep. But we'll recover quickly. Also, keep in mind your wings don't matter, so even if you do get close to something, you don't break your wings. But these are all little things that you want to do, just so that in the event that somebody does come in using their fists instead of their words, you're a little prepared for it. Is it the Odum? 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 I don't even know how to say it. Derek said it, and I was like, is that how you say it? No, I don't remember. But with those cacti and the pillars and all that stuff, great place to practice flying. When I did get engaged, and one of the reasons he missed was because I just wasn't giving him a good target to hit. I don't think he was that good. No offense to him. Everybody's learning. Everybody's at a different part of their journey. But I don't think he was that good, and I was definitely better at flying than he was at aiming. So that combined meant that I wasn't really in any danger. What I did was I came up, I got altitude on him, came in real close so that he had to turn hard. When he turned, I cut my engine, spun, got in behind him. He did another full spin, and then I just shot up over his head and went going. He did get a rocket off at that point, which is what did all the tail damage, but that was the last one. Every other one, I saw them, they were dropping in low, and too late, buddy, I'm already gone. He came into a spice field, a medium, just throwing rockets. There was a crawler coming in. I don't know if that was his. So I wasn't upset. It's the name of the game. I came back from the deep desert once like this, fully loaded, had a bunch of materials, had some spice, had some plastanium, and there were 2 spice fields on the ground in front of me. Looks like there's none here now. I'm in no danger now. There's no one chasing me. So yeah, we're a Hagga flyer right now. Get a lot of spice in the radiation, by the way. You said you do the assault for Jasmium. Do you fly into the radiation zone? Dude, I ricocheted off the banister. Holy cow. Got a base there, sweet. I was gonna say that that's what I did. I managed to snag a little spot down here. We put a buggy down there with a cutting array. And that changed my life as far as Jasmium goes. Oy. Okay, we're not going to. I thought that was a box I put everything in. What? Oh, I put it in the buggy. That's why I can't find anything. Yeah, I don't go to that base enough, which is sad. But did go there the other day. That's why the Jasmium is like the highest amount of resources that I have. Yeah, it's all gonna fit. Sweet. Nope, wrong button. Let's go back to my buggy that I use for storage all the time. Put you two together. And we'll fill all this up, and that way when we go downstairs, I don't need to do that. There we go. Okay. That should be it. Yeah. Yeah, I was going down there with just a regular scout ship, a Mark V scout, and then saw a video where a guy was talking about making a base down there to grab it so quickly. Okay, we'll switch to the buggy and let's just start bringing. We don't put that there. Yep. I think we're just gonna steal some buggy fuel cells right now. Sound like maybe a ship, or that was just a notification there. This is all the spice that I have just collected since we shut the base down. So I've been busy. A lot of it's here from Hagga, and then just like you saw, I brought some of that back. Let's see. I don't think I need to open you, but there. Oh yeah, I'm collecting mice. So about 560. Could be worse. So one thing I'm trying to build is pretty much the last thing I need that I haven't made yet is this, the ginormous, super huge, large spice refinery. And it looks like I've got a long way to go. But what I've actually been doing is I've made a couple boxes and set them off to the side. I put them on a different circuit so that I don't use those materials. and started putting these things in there. Because you know you need 1,000 spice melange, you need 1,000 silicone block. And I'm halfway there on the spice, 950 plastanium, and I'm about halfway on there. So we're not quite to the point where we're going to be able to make this, but that's going to be like our final pinnacle, super awesome thing. I could make it out in the deep desert since everything's halved, but again, I'd have to make a much bigger base, much bigger. So, but I noticed that I needed a ton of silicone blocks, so I made a bunch. And I also need cobalt paste, so made a bunch of that too, but need more for sure. Let's see. We got to go downstairs. We've started clearing out some of the space as we made the bigger section, so it's a work in progress. This is the Mark V that got me through the deep desert the first time. Now it just kind of sits here and does little small runs inside. But a lot of air, a lot of kilometers on this bad boy. We definitely got our use for it. But yeah, you'll see here we've got all the spice or the silicone blocks, a bunch of the cobalt paste, not quite as much as I need to make back there. And then this is some of the other stuff. So I got 448 plastanium. How much do I have in? Oh, I don't have that box. That's the actual box. So yeah, we're about halfway there. So on spice and plastanium, about halfway where I need to be. No, not sand bike. And the machinery and the granite. Then I can go someplace else. One of the first things I made was that ginormous worm statue because it's so cool. And he just sits there. I ignore him. And the rest of this stuff we'll dump into a generic box. I found this is the best way for me personally to do this. I have certain things that go in specific areas because they're by the machines that I'm using them. But I just dump extra stuff. Like someday I'll go through this. I know where this goes. That I don't even use. That was for the deep desert base. But this goes over where the vehicle and the big ore refinery stuff is. And eventually I'll break down and have to take all this stuff to the place that it goes. But usually what I'll do is just stick it in the buggy. And then we'll go from spot to spot to spot to spot that I'm supposed to. Put some lights and some decorations in. That was cool. That large refinery is going to go in here because that sucker is huge. You need 5 block tall, 5 stories. So I've already got 4 here, and this is kind of a dead space. I don't use this enough, so I may go ahead and we could store that in the upper hangar, or maybe not. I don't know. But yeah, just an extra added floor, and we'll be able to put that spicer. I don't know why the damn thing's that huge. But yeah, it's like 5 tall. Let's go ahead and get in this bad boy here. So we got our side base, the double hangar up top. Vehicles are down here. Got all our power generation, everything that we went through on Saturday and filled everybody up. So we've got like 18 to 30 days, which is awesome. We'll leave you there. So here, let me show you this. So to repair these wings, I mean, very little damage, but you see how quickly it's going down. When you compare it, these guys break so fast versus like the storage boxes. These things have nothing on them. And to make new ones, you need plastanium, which is... So what I like to do is, this is my deep desert runner. And for most of the stuff that I do in Hagga, we take that Mark V from here on out because duraluminum is very much easier to get. And quite honestly, I would rather not be spending a ton of materials fixing this bad boy every time we need to. But I think she's good. Only got 2 welding wire left. I think there's some in here. There's not. Is there some in here? There is not. So we're going to have to go find some welding wire. I don't think there's any in there. It's getting so hot in this room. Oh my god. Oh, there's some. That's cool. I got cobalt paste sitting there for no reason. You don't belong there. You belong in a much better place. This box should be my rocket pod that I never use. But I made one just in case I need to. I don't think there's anything else too fancy in here that I need to immediately address. This is a filter box with stuff on the roof. I got to get some the general or like the low quality and then the industrial lubricants up here. Let's bring this over. There's a reason that we're bringing that over. And we'll go downstairs. Whoa. These guys aren't staying here. I just put them here for now, but that's the big adjustment. Woo! So this bad boy flies. That is the Large Ore Refinery. And that is just super awesome. It's much more efficient and much faster. So, and this box right here is where the fuel cells belong. That's why I grabbed these. And this box here is where the finished items are. So we'll stick this over here. So see, I got 456 duraluminum. I would much rather use that to fix ornithopter wings. And to be honest, there's nothing in here I'm doing that I really need to get, you know, to get there super, super fast. So before, when the ore stuff was over in the other area, man, I'd have to pick something up and I'd have to run so far. That was just garbage. I left some in there, but that's okay. This is all stuff I set up last night. There we go. One. There we go. I just do it vertically, just the way it looks. So there we are. I got a large vehicle fabricator, which is where I'm making that T6 stuff. So that's super awesome. But yeah, we're progressing right along. Yeah, so because I don't want to be clickbaity, let's talk about what the title actually said. And it talked about zone completion. So I've just been playing, doing what I want. You know, some tasks I finished, some I haven't. Testing things out, etc. And one thing I'm noticing is I spend most of my time here because this is where my base is. So, you know, hooray. But I'm looking at this and I'm at like, 83% area completion. Now, all that means is exploring. You've gone to, you know, you've located all these different parts. And I look at it and I'm like, okay, I found both of the testing stations here, 16 of the points of interest, the crashed ship, the little house village things. I've gotten the 4 refineries. I'm like 29 out of 41 camps. Wait a minute. What are you talking about? And I've been around here so many times. I'm like, I really don't think there's anything hidden. Like, why is it 29 out of 41? I mean, I realize that's only 11, but there's not, you know, look at this map. There's not a whole lot of space. I got a couple here, but I've unlocked everything. So I'm going to try to figure out why I'm missing 11 of those things. And I think the best place to start is going to be like, let's see if there's one here. And maybe in these little spots, maybe there's 1 or 2 that I've zipped past without engaging anybody or doing anything. So we're going to see. Does it matter? No. I just want that to be 100. It's my hometown. This is my stomping grounds. So Want to make that go, want to make that number go higher. I got a bunch of water storage now. Almost 500,000. We're at 400,000, and as you can see, it fills up very nicely. So that, and here we go. We'll run faster. Let's go back up. We're going to jump in the 5 and see if we can unlock a couple extra Kirab camps. Okay, so this one we visit on a regular basis. Let's come over here and see if there's one there. That one we... Oops, sorry. That one we deal with all the time. Okay, there's one right here that we've never dealt with. It's also nice to go back and do things that in these kind of areas that you didn't get to the first time around, because these guys used to be... They weren't ever really an issue, but they would put a hurt. They don't do so much anymore. This camp unlock? Wasn't paying attention. I'll take the flower. I'll take everything. Okay, so did this unlock a camp? I'm still at 29. I guess I've been there. Surprised that let him build that base that close to them. Okay, so this one I don't think I have logged. No, if it's that one. I thought it may be this one. I'm going to jump out because that's fun. Okay. Now we're back on target. See if this one... That sounded like that guy was behind me. Kind of freaked me out a little. Oh, there you are. Where did you come from? You scared the crap out of me, dude. Just take it all, but no, this is... It still says 29. I want to check this backside. Nah, there's a joke in there somewhere. That's a camp too, isn't it? But it's already on the map. It's the one I'm pointing at right now. It'll be the metal people. Okay, do I have that one? I don't. I have the one that's down there. Alright, so this will be Kirab camp that's going to get added to the list. Alright, looks like it is me. There's somebody here. It's sad to say, but I'm not really taking these guys serious. Otherwise we'd put the armor on. I did make a set of armor. Why was there no one here? Not only that, but there's no regular chest. Got a little stuck. Is that a camp? No, I don't think it is. It's the one that we just trashed, right? Yeah. I think I'm causing a little bit of server lag here with that. What has that done? Okay, we are at 30. All right, so this area might. This is right around my base. It'd be a shame if there's a bunch there. This crosses the map. Maybe these guys have some. I don't think there's anything around this ship. We just scouted all this last night, so this has some possibilities too. I don't know if there's going to be 11 in there, though. It's... It'll be a lot. It'll be a whole lot. I also noticed that sometimes there's camps, like, way up in the air. That could potentially explain some that I missed. Do I have you on the map? Pretty sure this one's already there. Sorry. Couldn't resist. Oh, there you are. Sit down. Yep, I guess I'd already found this one because it didn't say anything. Yeah. See him? Does this qualify as a camp? Didn't. Guess I'd already been here? Yeah, I guess so. And I wondered if maybe I had to not only visit the camps, but clear them in order for it to knock that off the list. I don't want to fly through there. I don't see anybody. I'll stop doing that now. That would be hilarious for these camps to be all within sight of my base that I never knew they were there. Some birds. Alright, well, that's an empty one. Do I have you on the map? I do. You are too small. Okay, so we've gone over this place a ton. This one, oddly though, there's stuff everywhere. Here and on the backside, so maybe there's some there. Wasn't sure if I had fuel or not. Pretty sure that's the one I just marked, yeah. And there is a camp. I've flown over this thing 100 times. It is me. I'm just trying to clear up some percentages, sir. He's throwing grenades. Oh, come on. I don't even know where he's at. Got myself backed into a corner there. Did some bad things. That should be another one, right? Yep, 31. Look at that. Is there 10 more on this godforsaken map? The room for 10 more? I mean, I realize they're small, but we gotta look for outcroppings. I may not have been up to this one either. Killed him by shooting him in the forearm. It's ridiculous. Did this count? I guess it was one I'd already seen. Thought it was more this direction, but whatever. Okay, sorry about that, sir. It's unnecessary. At least we don't need to talk about it. Okay, so everybody's done up to there, but we'll fly around the outside of this rock. See if we can find anything ground level. Oh, hi. I'll take those because you guys are hurting me a little bit. Here, we'll use one. And then pick that one up. I think this is a... It's me. I don't think that... Look at you being a little tough. I'm not going to let you do that, but congrats. Oh, Lance grad task. I mean, worst case scenario, you're getting a little bit of money. These are all things I've found. We'll check these guys. Oh yeah, we pushed through. I don't think this is a camp. Oh, it was a camp. Water. All right, well, I was all confused and nasty about it, and I guess it's my own fault because there's tons of areas that I just wasn't actually completely, totally looking through. So that's on me. Now we're at 32. I would not have thought there was a camp on this island. I should probably swoop down. Well, let's just continue on. Go there. I'm willing to bet there's tons on here because this is where I just drive through when I'm heading up to that area for aluminum. So like there's gonna be camps right there for sure. Looks like this is part of that little fortress. You got a camp? Not you. No. Am I looking at one now? Yeah, I'm looking at one now. All right, let's do these little islands. I guarantee you there's a bunch here that I skip past. I usually haul ass in my buggy right past all these guys, so they've shot at me a couple times, but I've never engaged them. I was always doing something. Did you shut yourself down here, Bob? It's an advanced sub beef too. Wonder why they shut it down. Oh, I missed. I'm garbage. Not today. It's a crab camp. I didn't see it. Didn't see it pop. 32 though. Looks like that's a camp. I gotta check that island. Oh, so hot in here. I'm getting a new air conditioner, one that's smaller. That I have one back there, but oh, dude, that's all you'll hear if I turn it on. So, oh, that's where the Bob space is. Okay, well, there's one. This one should be another one that I just drive past. Okay, you deserve to be killed if you didn't hear that. Come on. I don't think this was a camp, though. That should be, but this one didn't seem to kick. Yeah, we're still at 32. What do we know about? This will be a new one. Huzzah! It ain't like Sith, and they're always two. Guess not. Still at 32 and I'm unlocking these things. I don't know what's going on. Okay, so here's the testing station. I think there's one. I don't know if that camp, if that is a camp or if that's part of the testing station. That might be a camp up there. Would have thought this was a camp. Yep. Uh-oh. I'm 32, but dude, I'm unlocking things. Come on, man. Hold on a second. There's a microfiber up here. If I can get around it, yeah. Oh, you walked into that one, man. Holy cow. I don't know if I've ever been to this. That didn't count either, so... Oh, I've been in there. No, for a fact. Ship coming down. Yes, they can hit you. Somebody did a video where the ship actually came down and hit them. Screwed them up, too. Alright, I think this is the one I'm looking at right now. Up there. Let's just fly over it and see if that lines up. No, so this should be one. Who are they fighting? Got a fellow player in charge there, over there getting ganked. Holy cow, there's a full-scale war going on in this thing. I don't think there's a player in there, though. I think this is just, I think they had a disagreement, and, they're having difficulty settling it. Let's go settle it for them. You guys should be friendly. No reason for you to be acting this way. Let's do the shotgun. Oh, that's creepy. Look at you. Yeah, I don't know what's going on over here, but it was quite a disagreement that you guys were having. And see, look at you. This is what happens. Use your words. All that fighting. You're all dead. Now I'm going to take your stuff. I don't even think I need it, but it's funny. It's kind of dangerous to do what I just did. I mean, I'm in an area that I know I can handle. These guys would be hard. I guess they could kill me, but yeah, they would be pretty hard pressed to actually kill me. But a lot of times when you have big groups of enemies like that that are having it out, when you show up for some reason, you're like the peacemaker. They forget all their differences and focus on you. So could be a little dicey. I wouldn't advise doing what I just did. All right, we need to check this island out. And you know what? Let's go here. Bound to be something on that side, right? Big ginormous gear. Okay, I don't see anybody. Still don't see anybody. I think there's a camp right down there. That should be one that's not on my list. Is that a camp as well? Let's go find out. Oh, that didn't kill her. Oh, come on. Yep, that was a camp. All right. I'll have to call that person back. Let's leave the ornithopter there. I just flew in like Batman, so I'd imagine you would. Right, that's two camps that I didn't know about. How are we doing? 35. What about you? Nah, it's a little small, isn't it? All right, so we just cleared that one. We just cleared this one. Let's see if there's anybody here. The other one go. Nice dodge. Nice dodge. All right. Qualify as a camp. Wasn't paying attention. 36, so I think it did. Huh. What is that on the map? What, this guy? This? Yep. That wasn't the best landing that I've ever done, but whatever. I'm critically injured. Wait, they. My skills should solve that problem. Doesn't that mean there's a camp? Shouldn't there be a camp somewhere around here? There it is. Okay, I guess there wasn't a camp here because I don't think it gave me credit for that one. Let's map it. 37. Yeah, I guess it is technically a camp. Why am I climbing that? That one up there going to be one? Huzzah! Whoa, whoa. Eight. So only got 3 more. So yeah, apparently it was me, and I just need to be a little more attentive to the thing. So we'll be able to find those, right? Well, we've hit the 2-hour mark. I'm just realizing it, having so much fun. Didn't think about it. You know, searching out all of these camps that I didn't think existed, but they totally do. So on me. But yep, we're gonna call it a night there. I also fixed the schedule on the closing screens, so you'll see the proper times there. We're gonna be Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern. So if you have any comments, questions, feel free to leave them below. Appreciate Alberto and Jumanji showing up. That was nice. It was good to have somebody to talk to. And if you have any ideas or if there's content you wanted to see, let me know. I'd appreciate it. But otherwise, we're going to call it a night here. So, as always, I will see you out there. Take care.